How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the next episode of the Mentorship. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're gonna be going over perspective and mindset. Without psychology, you cannot succeed. So, there are 3 stages when it comes to being a trader. Okay? So, first stage, this is called the yearning stage, or you are a yearner. This is your motivation stage, or your motivation phase. Okay? In this yearning phase, you look at making money, nothing else. So, when you are a yearner, you are yearning. You're yearning to do this. You're yearning to start to trade. You see all these influencers and traders online making like so much fucking money. You see people pulling out fucking 10 bands, 20 bands, 100 bands every single trade. You see people doubling their money every trade. You see people making so much money doing this, and you're like, yes, using this, I don't have to work the rest of my fucking life, and it seems like they can do it so easily, so why can't I? This is where you're getting all your motivation. You're getting hyped up for this. You're like, fuck yeah, me and my boys can do all this shit together. Let's do this. Let's trade. Rest of my life, I'm just gonna trade, trade, trade. I don't need to do anything else with my life. That's the yearning stage. After this, when you get, you start trading, get into it a bit. This is when you're gonna be a learner. This is called your learning stage. During this phase, you will be educating yourself. Give yourself a good solid 6 to 12 months to see the difference in the education and how you're applying it. So in this learner phase, this is where you get to test yourself of how good a trader you really are. In this phase, this is where you're gonna face a lot of hardships. This is where you're gonna come to that realization of, oh, it really isn't that easy. Fuck, this is actually kind of hard. This is where you're gonna realize, what profitability is, what profitability is, and what it isn't. Okay, you're gonna take a lot of losses during this time, but that's how you learn. You're gonna be a learner during this time. So, watching this mentorship, you're in your learner phase now. You're between your yearner phase and your learner phase. So right now, you need to keep that motivation, but use that motivation to want to learn more. The more you learn, the more you can apply it. The more you apply it, the more experience you get. And finally, you get to being in your earner phase. This is when you become seasoned enough, get that experience, and start making a living from this. This is when you have mastered the power of the mind and you have mastered technicals, which is technical analysis and technical science. So, in the earner phase, this is when you're going to be starting to make some real money off of this. I'm talking about the 5-6 figure range, maybe even 7 figures. Okay? Once you start making that kind of money, that's when you are an earner. That's also when you have mastered your strategy, your risk management, and your anxiety, and your psychology. And this is when you have, gone through all the trials and tribulations of becoming a trader, and you actually have reached profitability as a trader. Okay? So keep that motivation, keep wanting to learn with that motivation, and keep applying what you learned to eventually become profitable in the markets. So now, this year, I know you're looking at this like, what the fuck is this? Okay, so this is the market efficiency paradigm, and this is a model that ICT has created for us. It's called the market efficiency paradigm, and this represents the perspective of smart money versus retail traders' perspective. So when you think about sentiment is perspective, right? So when you think about sentiment, you think about a retail trader sentiment versus smart money sentiment. Now, if you remember in the last mentorship video, I had went over what smart money basically is. It's the liquidity, or it's basically representing people that have fuck you money, right? Basically. Now, I'm going to give you an analogy of what this is representing of smart money perspective versus retail perspective. Now, I want you guys to pause the video and think to yourself, What does this mean? I want you guys to make that assumption first, pause it, think about it, and play the video again. Okay? Now, if you think about a flashlight, right? You think about a flashlight. When you flash the flashlight on the wall, what part of the flashlight do you see? Do you see the inside of where the flashlight is coming out from? Or do you see just what the light is shining onto? You see where the light is shining onto, right? You see what the light is showing on the wall, right? You don't see where the light is coming out from, right? For you to see where the light is coming out from, you need to look into the light, right? So, the light that's going onto the wall, right? The only stuff that you can see, the thing that everybody can see when they're looking at the flashlight, the thing that everybody can see is the light. That is known as speculative uninformed money, also known as retail traders' money. The part of where the light is coming out from, smart money, that is called smart money. The part of the market where we cannot see, where nobody can see. And that is where you want to know what they're doing. So if you know how smart money trades, then you can take advantage of that and trade right with them. Now, the difference between smart money and retail trading is that retail trading, they don't know what the market is actually doing. Retail trading is trading how everybody else is trading. Trading how everyone else is doing and how everyone else is trading, right? In doing that, you're going to get stopped out a lot. You're going to lose a lot of money as a retail trader. But if you can know what the algorithm, the market algorithm is doing, and you can know how smart money is trading, the people with the fuck you money, you know, the people with the fucking lot of money, you can take advantage of that. So, you may ask yourself, oh, can I trade like smart money? No, you cannot. You do not have the liquid assets or liquid funds to support yourself to trade exactly like smart money. You don't have enough money to move that market. You do not. What you do have enough money to do is trade with smart money. Not like smart money, with them. So what I mean by that is, you know, sharks, a great white shark. You know those little fishes that suck onto the sharks and just ride along with them. You know, eating whatever food is left on them. You know, cleaning them up. You know, we want to be those fish. We want to be the fish clinging onto the sharks. We just want a piece of whatever those sharks are having. Just a piece of it. Doesn't need to be a lot. We just need a little piece of whatever the sharks are having, you know? You know, $10,000 to them is like this fucking pocket change. It's like toilet paper for them. We just want a piece of it. We don't want any of it. We don't want the whole thing. We don't want a portion of it. We just want a little piece. Like a little crumb. We just want the fucking crumbs. And with those crumbs are a lot of money for us. For them, it's pocket change. So, this represents, just look at the two circles. This represents the small circle is representing the smart money, or where the light is coming out of. That's where all the money is being taken or put into. The big circle is representing retail trading, where the money is being shined onto, what everybody is seeing, what everybody can see. But that's not the part where you want to be part of. You don't want to be part of retail trading, and you can't be part of smart money. So what can you do? You can be right dead in the middle. And this is known as the market efficiency paradigm. Another way of looking at this is you have two gears. You have the smart money, and then you have the retail money. Without smart money, retail money can't exist. Without retail money, smart money can't exist. Because smart money is the people that manipulate people. Okay? So, when you think about manipulation, what is that? Getting tricked into the market. Getting induced, right? Remember inducement. When you get induced into the market, that means you're getting tricked into this market to either make a poor trading decision or to get stopped out. Smart money's goal is to induce or manipulate a lot of retail traders to get stopped out. Why? Because that adds more liquidity to the market. So smart money provides liquidity. It's a type of liquidity provider, right? Willing and or unwilling liquidity is retail liquidity. It's liquidity that people are willing to put into the market to either be unwillingly to lose it. Okay? So, smart money's goal is to stop out retail traders add more liquidity to the market so that when they put their real trade in they want to have the most liquidity funds possible for them to push the market in their direction. So smart money runs the manipulation part of the market, and the algorithm runs the expansion leg of the market, which is, the real move of the market. We can take advantage of this, of being in the middle, of not getting tricked or manipulated into the market like retail traders. But as a retail trader, because we all are retail traders, as a retail trader, we can trade alongside smart money. Not like smart money, but following in their footsteps. Okay? So again, we can use this market efficiency paradigm and seeing the perspective of what smart money does, which is stopping out retail traders, number one, and then manipulating the market so that the smart money can use all that extra liquidity now to push in the intended direction. And as a retail trader, you're going to get stopped out because of that. But we can anticipate that being in the middle, right? So seeing both sides of the market, smart money side and the retail side, we can use this to our advantage or for our edge, okay? And this is known as the market efficiency paradigm. Now, FOMO, fear of missing out. This is one of the negative emotional effects of trading. This is when you see a trading opportunity and you have one of many scenarios playing out. Number one, you set a limit order, I can't even talk today either. Can't even talk. You set a limit order and don't get tagged into the trade. Number one. You're in drawdown and you see a trade. It's number two. Lost last couple trades and you want to gain back your losses. Number three. So let's take a moment and look over all of these, okay? So you set a limit order and you go don't get tagged into, right? You have your high probability setup. Solid, right? Now, when you look at this, you have a limit order and you don't get tagged in. What do? Oh, I better enter right now. Boom, you're chasing price. If you chase price, what do you have the potential probability of doing? Market can reverse on you. You can get stopped out. And if you don't enter where you originally were planning on entering, what happens? When you get stopped out, you have a bigger stop, bigger drawdown. Lose more money. You're in drawdown and you see a trade. What is that? You are in a negative percentile of your account. Or not negative percentile of your account, but wherever you started, your account is in drawdown. You don't make a smart trading decision, up the risk. Boom. More drawdown if you lose that trade. Another one. Lost last couple trades and you want to gain back your losses. So say you enter in on one contract. Okay? You enter in one contract. It's $50 on ES. Okay? So, you want to gain back that loss? Enter in one contract, you lose, boom, you lose like fucking whatever, $200, right? Trade another contract, boom, another $200 loss, $400 down the drain. Okay, let's up the risk so I can gain all that back. Plus, maybe we can get some profit back. Use two contract sizes, boom. You're in a $400 loss. Adding to that $400 loss, that's $800 losing. Oh man. Okay, let's up the risk again. Let's take all that up, all in or all nothing. 3 contracts at risk for that trade. Boom, $1,000 loss. Not only did you lose $1,000, but what else did you lose? $800. Boom, combine those two, $1,800 loss in one day. And this is all because you felt like you were missing out. You felt like you missed a trade. You felt like you missed out on profits. You felt like you're missing going into profit because you're in drawdown. You need to control your FOMO, your fear of missing out. You don't control your FOMO, it's going to spiral you into a deep fucking rabbit hole. And I have gone down this rabbit hole countless amount of times. Imagine you're doing good all week, $100 on Monday, $300 on Friday, $500 on Thursday, maybe like 50 on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? Maybe another 100 on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Next week comes around Monday, set a limit order. You don't get tagged in. But price starts running. Like, it starts running. You try to set a long limit order, right? You set a limit order for a long. You don't get tagged in. You get missed by the tick. Market reverses. Goes up about fucking 500 handles or whatever. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. Goes up about 500 ticks on like Nasdaq or something, right? Runs away from you. Oh, I gotta get in the trade. I gotta get a piece of that run. Boom, you go for a long. Market reverses on you. Comes all the way back down to your regular original limit order. Taps you in. What happened? You just got stopped out on a 500 tick run. And what happened there? You lost all your profits in one trade. In one trade. From the previous week. All the profits from the previous week. You lost that. Why? Because you had FOMO. So you need to control your fear of missing out. You don't control this, you're going to spiral. Once you spiral, you're going to go from that scenario to the next scenario. You're in drawdown now. You see trade, take that next trade. Last couple trades, you want to make all that back. So it goes in this order. You miss the trade, you see a trading opportunity. You're in drawdown, you see a trading opportunity. You want to gain back your losses, you see a trading opportunity. And you up the risk each time. You need to control this. You don't control this, you are going to blow your account. And I can promise you, when you do, you're going to feel shitty. And when I mean shitty, I'm talking all day, all night. And if you don't win the next day, you're going to feel shitty that next day too. And I can promise you, you need to control this. Follow the risk management plan I set for you guys. You guys need to control your FOMO. Without the FOMO being controlled, you don't control your psychology. Remember, the percentage of your trading should be like this: 10% strategy, 90% psychology. Okay? Your strategy is only a portion of it, and it's not a big thing. If you can control your psychology, you can do anything. You can do anything if you can control your psychology. Now, I can give you guys the sauce as much as I can, but without that psychology being controlled, I can't. That's something you guys need to fix in your guys' self. So, being a disciple trader, okay? How dedicated are you? Do you have a trading plan? Are you following your risk management? Do you have a routine to prepare yourself before you trade? Are you focused on the P&L or the process? What is your purpose? And are you looking for acceptance and approval from other people? So, let's start from the beginning. How dedicated are you? When times get fucking tough being a fucking trader, how much are you going to be fucking dedicated to this? When you need to wake up early in the morning to trade. During New York session, it's early in the morning for people in Hawaii. When you're trading in New York and you're on the East Coast, it's still pretty early. Are you going to wake up every morning? Are you going to wake up and trade every morning? When we have study sessions, are you going to be there to watch the market reviews? When I post more videos on this mentorship, are you going to finish this mentorship? Right at this second, are you writing down journal notes on this mentorship? Or are you just sitting here and listening like it's a fucking podcast? How dedicated are you? Ask yourself that. Answer it. If you don't like that answer, fix it. Only you can fix your dedication. And if you aren't dedicated enough to this, then what the fuck are you doing? Ask yourself, how dedicated am I to trading? The more dedicate yourself to it, the more disciplined you are as a trader. As much as a trader. That'll show your profitability in the end and how much you stick to this shit. Now, do you have a trading plan? Right? What's your trading plan? What's your risk management plan? How much are you risking per trade? What type of strategy are you using? Are you entering on an order block or fair value gap? You know, how much handles or ticks are you trying to gain from that trade? You know, what are you trying to get a 1-2 risk to reward, 1-3, 1-1? How high is your win rate? You know, what is your plan when you're trading? You need to know these things. If you don't, you're going into it, blinding. You're going into that shit blindfolded. You're doing that. That's basically gambling, and this isn't gambling. You ask your parents. You know it, and we'll get into that later. Actually, but you ask anyone like your parents or anybody, they're gonna tell you this shit is gambling. This isn't gambling. What I'm teaching you. This is probabilities. High probability setups. High probability risk. Okay. You're gonna become profitable knowing this, but how are you gonna apply it? That's why you need to have your plan set, your risk management plan, your trading plan, your strategy plan, your long-term goals, all of that. Are you following your risk management? So the risk management I gave you. Are you risking 1%? Are you upping the risk by 2%? Are you risking 3%? When you take a loss, are you cutting your loss by 50%? What are you doing? When you take a loss, are you upping the risk? With your risk management plan, are you following it? Are you cheating on your risk management plan? When you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend, are you going to cheat on your boyfriend or girlfriend? No, right? When you have your risk management plan, are you going to cheat on your risk management plan? No, right? That's why you need to stick to your risk management plan. Because if you follow this risk management plan, you're preserving your capital. Preserving your capital, what does that mean? You're showing discipline in keeping your money and growing your profits. You need to follow your risk management plan. Do you have a routine to prepare yourself before you trade? Me personally, what I'll do is I'll wake up 2 hours before market opens, take a cold shower, go downstairs. Maybe I'll fill my water bottle up, you know, do something simple shit like that. I'll have my routine, but make sure I take that cold shower to wake my mind up, get a little bit of a dopamine rush, start to trade, create my analysis, trade when market opens. You need to have a routine. If you don't, you're waking up and trading, you're not prepared. You need to prepare yourself before you trade because it's going to take a lot of mental capacity for your trading experience and for your trading process. Are you focused on P&L or the process? So when you look at trading, are you focused on the money or are you focused on the candles building? Are you focused on the money or are you focused on your entry that you just built? Are you focused on the money or are you focused on the process of how your trading is going? What is your motivation? What is your purpose? Ask yourself, why are you here? Why are you trying to learn how to trade? You know, what's so important about trading for me? You know, am I here because I just want to make money? Is that your purpose? Are you here to fucking prove somebody fucking wrong? Like your parents, did they tell you you're not gonna do anything with your life? What's your fucking purpose? What's your purpose? Is there somebody out there that you want to fucking prove wrong and shove fucking 10 bands in their fucking face and say fuck you? What is your purpose? You need to figure that out for yourself. Because if you don't have a reason and you need that reasoning. And finally, are you looking for acceptance and approval from other people? Every time you win a trade, what are you going to do? You're going to post on your story? Every time you win a trade, what are you going to do? Sit there? Feel like you're not enough? When you accomplish something, that is a good thing. And if you want to show that off, show that shit off, bro. Show your wins. Show your P&L. Show how much you made this week. Show how you made this month. Show how you made today. Who cares? But that's your decision. When you show that shit off, are you looking to get acceptance? Or are you showing that shit off because you're proud of yourself? Which one is it? You need to see the difference for yourself. Now, we're going to go over a retail trader's perspective. We want to be aware of how retail traders trade to take advantage of that for our edge. So our edge, our way of trading, our strategy. We want to be knowing how retail traders are going to trade, because remember the market efficiency paradigm. We want to know how retail traders are trading. We want to see how smart money is trading. So retail traders, they use multiple concepts, but some of the main stuff that they use is buying and selling pressure, supply and demand, support and resistance, indicators, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, trend lines, and people's sentiment or people's perspective. Okay, so let's look at the first example here. Okay, let's look at the first example here on the left side. This is an indicator. All these purple squiggly doodly lines, those are indicators. This bottom here, this is a MACD. This is an overbought and oversold indicator, which is a supply and demand indicator. I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't use any of these, and I will never use these. I'm not going to show you how to use it. I don't give two flying shits about who the fuck uses it. And I will line it up right now with whoever the fuck uses these indicators, and I'll put fucking 10 bands on this bitch. I will line it up with them any day, any time of the week, and I will fucking smoke them out of the water. Whoever uses these MACD indicators, whoever uses these EMAs, these are called moving averages. Okay? Moving averages. These are the last candles of the 14 days averaged out into lines. And they believe when the market trades up into these, it's going to reject it. Whatever. And once it crosses it, that's a breakout. Do not use these indicators. Indicators are bullshit. They don't work. They are delayed. Indicators are delayed. Do not use indicators. Next one. These are chart patterns. These are patterns that you draw on your screen. Chart patterns do not work. If anything, they will work 10 to 20% of the time. And when they do work, they are not working because of the pattern. They're working because of market sentiment, because of price. They are moving that way because of price, not because of these patterns. And the thing about the patterns is anybody can draw a different pattern. Anybody can see a different pattern. That's why these patterns don't work. They don't work. Okay? Next picture, third picture to the right. This is a TikToker. What the fuck does that look like? Looks like a damn coloring book. Looks like fucking graffiti from a fucking 3-year-old. You really think you're gonna predict where the market is going, and you know whether the market is going because of all of that, because of all of those indicators? You think you know what the market is doing? No. Indicators are bullshit. Price is king. Price action is king. If you know how price runs, you don't need these indicators. You don't need support and resistance. You don't need supply and demand. And finally, this last picture. These are candlestick patterns. These are candlestick patterns. You do not use these. Do not use these. These do not work either. Candlestick patterns don't work. Indicators don't work. Chart patterns don't work. Don't fall for this shit. If you go in TikTok right now and you search up trading and you go to live, you're going to see plenty of people using these fucking indicators on fucking live saying, oh, because of this MACD, it's overbought and oversold, so the market's going to go down or it's going to go up. No. You want an indicator? Go on that live. If they take a short trade, take a long trade. Go on that live. If they're taking a long trade, go fucking short. I guarantee you'll fucking be more profitable than them any day. Any day. I guarantee it. That's your indicator right there. Okay? So how these retail traders trade? Do not trade like them. Do not trade like them. You will lose money. I can promise you. And how do I know? Because I was there. I tried trading retail. I have maybe won a 1 to 2 risk to reward trade maybe like 4 times. 4 times. 4 times I've tried fucking trading retail. And at the most, a 1 to 2 risk to reward. And that was 4 trades. That's the most I have ever gotten. Ever. Every other trade was a negative RR or I got stopped out. I've never got a higher thing than a 1 to 2. Sorry. But retail trading, if you can understand how they trade and understand that they trade on patterns, you can make the difference between them and smart money. Smart money perspective. We want to be aware of how smart money trades so we can take advantage of that for our edge. So, this is how smart money trades, and this is market sentiment. So, they trade based off of liquidity, which is energy liquidity. So, they want to trade above, remember, sell side and buy side. Equal highs, equal lows. They want to trade above buy side and sell side, take out that liquidity. So, they trade at taking out liquidity, engineer liquidity. They trade at inefficiencies. So, remember the last video, fair value gaps, inefficiencies, buy side and sell side inefficiencies. Inverse fair value gaps. They want to trade towards those inefficiencies. Also want to trade towards, new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps. They also want to trade towards imbalances, volume imbalances, which we will go all over during advanced gap theory. Okay? So equilibrium. They also want to trade to balance price. Remember, what does price want to do? They either want to take liquidity, fill liquidity, or balance liquidity. So they want to take buy side or sell side liquidity, engineer liquidity. They want to fill liquidity, filling inefficiencies, filling those gaps. And they also want to balance price, going towards what? Equilibrium, midpoint of the range. Okay? Also, market sentiment. Market sentiment is where does the market want to go to? Where does the market want to go to? Not what people want it to go to, the market. Okay? Weekly and monthly sentiment. Okay? This is bringing up, the higher time frame sentiments. Where does the market want to go on the higher time frames? Understanding market algorithm, high frequency algorithm. Market algorithm, what does the market want to do on the weekly, monthly, and yearly time frames, And then the high frequency algorithm, what does it want to do during intraday time frames? What does it want to do on the lower time frames, like the 5 minute, the 1 minute, the fucking 15 minute, Understanding all of these. Institutional order flow, where does the market want to go institutionally? Where does the market manipulate? And finally, manual intervention. Where does manipulation occur? When does manipulation occur? That's what smart money knows, and that's what smart money applies how they trade to. So understanding both sides of the market gives you an advantage of how you can trade. Understanding what smart money is going to do and what retail is going to do, and take advantage of that. You don't want to get traded into stopping out. And you don't want to trade before everyone gets stopped out. Okay? You want to take advantage of this. Be right in the middle. Take advantage of that. Add that to your edge. And this will bring you to advantage of winning more trades. Expectations versus reality. So, coming into this, we expect to, get rich quick, right? But in reality, it's a slow and steady race. You're not going to be a millionaire in the next fucking month. You're not going to be a millionaire in the next year. You're not going to be a millionaire in the next 2 years. It's a slow and steady race, and you are going to take a good minute. You're going to take a good minute to realize your place in this industry. And you are at the bottom. So am I. But we'll get there eventually. It just takes discipline, and it's a slow and steady race. Now, we expect to win every trade. We see all these influencers winning all these trades. They don't show their losses. You're going to take a lot of losses. Taking many losses is the reality of trading. But overcoming those losses will define you of how much of a trader you are. Doubling my money every trade. You see all these traders making tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars, but in reality, you're only going to be risking 1 to 2% of your account each trade. Building that account up, right? You want to build that account up, compound that account. Now, thinking about that, you think it's going to take forever because we have to compound our account, adding $20 here, $40 there, But in reality, we can do a thing called a funded account. So what a funded account is, you pay a small portion of money, like $500, so that a prop firm, these are these companies, prop firms, they give you money for you to use to trade. The more money you have in the account, the more money you can get in return. Once you get that money in return from those big accounts, you split the profits. You split the profits with that prop firm with about a 90% 90 to 10% split rate. You get 90% of the profits, the prop firm gets 10% for letting you borrow their profit or their capital. Okay? So that would be the smarter way. You can get bigger payouts, you can get more capital faster. I can quit my job to trade full time, is the expectation. No. What you want to do is you want to get a job, whether it's a 9 to 5, whatever. And that job, whatever you're getting paid from that job, you want to support your trading with that. Until you can replace your job income with your trading income, you want to keep that job. Until you can replace your job income. And finally, you thinking, oh, I can just use a signal service. Signal services are groups or companies that give you free trade entries. They give you free trade entries. They send it in like a Telegram or like a Discord or whatever. They'll put the entry point, they'll put the stop loss, and they'll put the TP for you. Take profit, right? But understand the majority of these guys, and I would say all of them, they're all scams. They scam people. They scam people, and trading on your own to support yourself is your goal right now. These signal services will get you stopped out, and I can promise you that. Why? I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I tried it. Everything I'm telling you right now, I tried it. I got stopped out, blew 2 accounts because of signal services. They don't work. Signal services don't work. Once I learned how to trade ICT concepts and did all of this on my own, I can tell you right now, this is a much better option for you. I'm over here a funded trader. I'm a funded trader myself. And I have done this all on my own. All on my own. With ICT's mentorship, it has allowed me to get funded for my own, getting consistent payouts, and the signal service will get you to lose money. Do not fall for signal services. Discipline yourself and dedicate yourself to learning the art and the skill of trading so you can do this for yourself. Okay? Don't get tricked, guys. Realistic goals. Focus on weekly to monthly to yearly goals. Think about long term. Average out your goals, right? Think in terms of percentages, not dollar signs. You don't want to look at the money, you want to look at the percentage. Accomplish improving your edge and skill of trading, not how much money you make. You want to improve how well you can win trades and how big you can win trades. Winning big, winning a lot. That's your goal. You don't want to focus on winning money. You want to focus on the process, right? Percentages and process. Accomplish improving your edge and skill of trading and not how much money you make. Remember that. Remember that, guys. Learning to not compare yourself to other traders' success and focus on your own. So, when you look at social media, you see all these traders making a fuckload of money. You're going to start comparing yourself to them. Oh, I'm not making as much money as them. I'm not doing good. You are. Stop comparing yourself to them. And I can tell you right now, 90% of all the people on social media posting their profits and shit and their wins, it's fake. It's fake. I can tell you that. You know why? Because real traders don't trade with emotion. And I can promise you that they don't do that. Making small milestones, which will eventually add up to a big long-term one. So adding little milestones here and there, getting funded on a $5,000 account, getting funded on a $50,000 account, getting funded on a $100,000 account. You see little milestones adding up to that $100,000 account. Boom. Upping your win rate from 20% to 30%. Upping your win rate from 30% to 40%. Getting a 1 to 2 risk to reward to eventually getting a 1 to 5 risk to reward. Making your goals easily achievable, not having difficulty to be reachable. Setting the bar low, raising it little by little, eventually having the bar being your goals. You want to make the goals easy. You want to make the goals achievable. You want to set the bar low. So when you set the bar low, you increase it just by a bit so that it's a little bit harder for you. And that combines with milestones, having little milestones. Once you increase it by a little bit, having those small milestones, it'll get you to that weekly, monthly, or yearly goals that you've been aiming for. Once you get there, that's when you can start thinking about, the bigger picture. And finally, the hustle, grind, and discipline. Okay? What will you do or act when you lose? When you take a loss, let's say it's a light loss. Are you gonna try win it back? Are you gonna risk more? Are you gonna follow your risk management plan? Are you gonna quit if it's a big fucking loss? What are you gonna do? How often will you give up? If you lose a lot, how often are you gonna sit there and recontemplate your fucking life? How often are you gonna do that? Are you gonna treat this like a job or like you're a CEO of a company? Are you gonna come up into this trading shit and are you gonna come up into here and think like, oh, I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna trade. I just wanna sit on my phone and scroll like a little pussy. No. Get up. Get up. You think a CEO of a company fucking sleeps in? No, they wake the fuck up in the morning. You think they're pussing out on their fucking company? No, they carry the risk of their whole company. Just like you carry the risk of your whole trading career. You are your own CEO. You're not a fucking worker anymore. You're an entrepreneur now. Get up and stop being a fucking pussy. And I know a lot of these fucking, influencers are trying to inspire you to trade and say, you can do it. Yes, that's really good and all. But here with Pip Catchers, we talk about fucking reality here. Reality of traders is 90% of traders will fail. 93, 95, who cares? It's in that percentile. 95% of traders fail. 95% of traders fail. And it's your choice if you're going to be part of that 95% right now. Are you going to quit? Or are you going to keep trying, keep being disciplined with this, and keep going? When you fall down, are you going to get back up and try again? Are you going to quit and be a fucking pussy? Or are you going to keep going at this, grind on this shit, and make a living for yourself? And not only make a living for yourself, but using this money that you're going to get with trading to support your family. Take care of your parents' bills. Invest. How are you going to use this money? You stick with this trading shit, you're going to make more money than you can fucking imagine. And I can tell you that right now. There is little to no other jobs in the world where you can make this kind of money with fucking trading. You know why? Because you carry more risk. Only other job that I can think of doing this is real estate and a professional athlete. That is it. You think schools can get you doing this? Oh yeah, you should go fucking 12 years to a fucking stupid college just so you can get a doctor's degree and become a doctor. Yeah, doctors make some good money. But you factor out the taxes, you're just like everyone else. Yeah, they got a good job. But do you see doctors racking in 50 grand a month? Do you see doctors racking in 100 grand a month? Do you see doctors racking in millions a month? No, you do not. When you get to the high level of a trader, you start working for a damn firm or a hedge fund. You start working at those kind of levels. Trading with the 6-figure kind of ranges. That's when you're for real. That's when you're going to be making 6-7 figures a day. A day. Let alone a fucking hour. You can make that shit in an hour. Come on, bro. You're going to tell me that trading isn't for you? Trading is for everybody. But who the fuck is going to stick to it? That's the question. Are you? Like, the fuck you mean? Oh, I don't have the time. Yes, you do. If you have the time to scroll on your phone for an hour, you have the time to fucking trade. You have the time to learn. You have the time to backtest. You have the time to tape read. You have the time. You're just a procrastinating little shit that doesn't want to fucking put the time in. I've put hours into this shit because I wanted to, because I had the motivation to do it, because I had the discipline. Do you? Get the fuck up every morning. Hop on the charts. Get the fuck up every morning. Take a shower. Hop on the charts. Get the fuck up every morning and hop on the charts. That's the hustle. That's the grind. That's the discipline. You do that every day, 5 days a week, 24/5. And at night, you tape read, you back test multiple hours, you write down notes, you watch this damn mentorship with the fucking sauce I'm giving you. You apply all of that. You do this day in, day out, 24/7. I'm telling you. You fucking put this shit on. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there with me. Because I'm not quitting, and neither should fucking you. How will people react, or how will you react when people criticize you? What will your process be when you reach rock bottom in trading? When you receive the knowledge, how will you apply it? Will you follow your plan or will you break it? So, how will you react when people criticize you? Let's go back to the conversation we had about, your parents, Or say, whatever, your parents, your spouse, whatever. Same thing, whatever. Okay? And I'm talking about people that just got out of high school or that are in high school. People that are in college. People that don't have anything going for themselves. I'm talking to you guys. Or even people that do have something going for themselves, but, you still have you still talk to your parents about this, right? One of two situations are going to come up. And I can tell you, that second situation is going to be the one that majority of people are going to have, okay? First situation is, number one, they support you, or they don't care, really, yeah, go for it, Second situation, they're going to tell you this shit's a scam. They're going to tell you you're going to lose a fucking lot of money. They're going to do that to you. Oh, and when they do that to you, it's going to break you down. You're going to lose a fuckload of motivation because your parents can't even support you doing something that you have an interest in. They want you to go to college. Fucking college. They want you to become a fucking doctor, fucking lawyer, fucking nurse. They want you to go to college. Fucking, become a fucking accountant and shit. Fuck, you like counting other people's fucking money for a fucking living? Yeah? You like that shit? No. You want to count your own money. You're going to count fucking 7 figures for your job, but you're not even making 7 figures? Come on now. Come on. This job as a trader, it's not even a job. This career as a trader, this shit will get you there. This shit will make things... You have possibilities that you can't even imagine. Possibilities are endless as a trader. Why do you think all these influencers are on here fucking flexing? Because it's possible. Are a lot of those, profits real that these influencers have? No. But it's possible. You cannot let your parents dictate your decisions. Okay? I brought this up to my dad. I no longer speak to him. I don't have a relationship with him anymore. But when I did, he shut it down. Also brought this up to my brother, who's on my dad's side. I no longer speak to him either. Okay? He shut it down too. Both said it's a scam. Both of them, no support, shut it down. They wanted me to get a 9 to 5. They wanted me to go to college, get a 9 to 5. One of the two. Either get a 9 to 5 or you go to college. Fuck that. Fuck that. Make a 9 to 5 or go to college. What am I doing now? I'm a fucking trader. I'm a funded trader now. I'm a fucking trader, a funded trader. Now I'm making more than both of them. You want to talk about a fucking villain arc? That was my villain arc. You want to talk about fucking proving somebody fucking wrong? That's fucking proving somebody fucking wrong. I proved him wrong, and I proved him wrong. So fucking what? I'm gonna fucking show up, and I'ma show out. And I'm gonna take each and every one of you watching this fucking mentorship. I'm gonna take you with me to the fucking moon. I don't give two fucks. I don't care if I'm fucking swearing too much or if my fucking language is fucking, inappropriate. I don't give a fuck. Stick to this shit. Because if you do, you're gonna get there. And I can promise you that. I can promise you that you will get there. It might be this year. It might be next year. It might be in 5 years. It might be in 10 years. So fucking what? You'll get there. Okay? Now, the knowledge I give you, okay? How are you gonna apply it? If I compare two people, one person, has the workhorse, he has the effort. On his own, he puts in 3 hours every day to backtest, tape read, and to watch this mentorship. While at the same time, he trades live every day, right? Compared to the person who only trades live every day, watches somewhat of the mentorship, maybe like 30 minutes a day, doesn't tape read, doesn't backtest. Who do you think is going to do better? The person who put the 3 hours in on their own. How much hours are you going to put into trading? I can give you the sauce, but it depends if you're going to cook with it or not. Okay? I'm giving you guys an ATM machine. ICT gave me an ATM machine. I'm giving it to you guys. Are you going to use it or not? How are you gonna fucking use this shit? And let's say you don't use it, you don't stay disciplined, but you show up every day, but you don't put the time in. You've been doing this for 2 years, you haven't made profitability yet. That's rock bottom for you. How are you gonna feel? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna prove anything? Or are you gonna quit? What are you gonna do? You're 5 years in, you haven't made any progress. Haven't even made a fucking single cent. And if you did, you always lost it. What are you gonna do? You gonna fucking quit? Tell me what you're gonna do. Tell me. Show me. If trading was easy, everybody would be doing it. If trading was easy, everybody would be making so much money from it, but they're not. Why? Because it's hard. It's the hard. It's the hard. It's the hard, 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 it's the hard. It's a fucking hard job. You think it's easy, bro? It's not. Trading is hard. It's fucking hard. It's the fucking hard of the fucking hard of jobs. Now, you see all these fucking, people talking about how, people don't get paid enough, whatever, whatever. You know why? Because traders carry on more risk. Workers don't carry the risk. CEOs carry the risk of their company. Workers carry the risk of losing a job. CEOs carry the risk of losing $100 million. Workers carry the risk of, losing a salary. So fucking what? Get another job. CEOs lose their company. Boom. Bankrupt. No money. The more risk you carry, the more money you make. Remember that. The more risk you carry, the more money you make. Respect the hustle, respect the grind, respect the discipline. Show out, bro. Show out. Show the people you're fucking made for this fucking trading shit. Show out. Don't be a fucking pussy and quit on me right now. Fucking stick with it. Don't fucking quit. I'm telling you. Don't quit. Moment you quit, you're done. Stick with it. Stick with it. You look at all of your friends from fucking high school. What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, some of them might be at college right now. Some of them might not even do anything right now. Some of them might be working at a fucking 9 to 5 retail store, a 9 to 5 fucking fast food restaurant, or fucking restaurant, you know. What the fuck are they doing? Show out. Prove to yourself what nobody else can fucking do. Remember, 95% of traders fail. Are you going to be part of that percentage? Are you going to become liquidity? Are you going to be liquidity? It's either you're taking liquidity or you are liquidity. Which one are you? Prove me wrong. Prove your parents wrong. Prove to me that you can stick with this and stay disciplined with it. Don't quit. Don't fucking quit. Don't be a pussy. Pussies quit. As long as you keep getting back up and trying again, you aren't a pussy. You are not a loser. Keep getting back up and prove to anyone who has doubted you fucking wrong. No other job in the world can you support yourself. No other job in the world can you support yourself and your family. I'm not done yet. No other job in the world can you support yourself, your family, and donate to a charity with a 6-figure donation. There's no other job in the world where you can support yourself, your family, donate to charity and a 6-figure, and invest so that you can have other assets. But most importantly, there's no other job in the world where you can be making in the 8 or 9-figure range a month. This job takes a lot. If you come from nothing, this will prove your salt on this earth is to be a trader. Stick with this. Don't fucking quit on me. Don't be a pussy. Fucking stick with it. And show out and show up every day, Monday through Sunday. Monday through Friday, live trading. Show up, show out. Monday through Sunday. Back test, tape read, and fucking watch this mentorship. Show up and show out every day. Don't stop the grind and hustle and discipline. Don't stop. It's never gonna stop. This is forever. You stop for 1 second and you give yourself a fucking break. That's when you're gonna start slowing down your momentum. Now, obviously, you need breaks from this fucking thing. You need to relax, cleanse your mind, you know? But once you're done cleansing that shit, get back into it. Don't stop. Take a breather, go back into it. Okay? Don't quit on me. Don't quit on yourself. Okay, remember that. Keep the motivation, keep the discipline, keep learning, keep applying that education. Hope you guys found this insightful. I sound like ICT. He says that. I'll say his line, okay? I will say what ICT says in every one of his videos. I hope you guys found this insightful, and I will talk to you guys later.